Let's show us your tips. Daggy, Beaver are back with you for a midweek preview. How you travelling there, Beef?
Pretty good, mates. Going quite well. And if you've been checking out my articles, Daggy, Monday, Tuesday, pretty good days. So hopefully people are getting on the great Pro Group Racing website and checking out all their articles, but also following Beaver and Daggy on some of our midweeks.
Yeah, keep going with that. I think we'll have another one up Thursday, and then there'll be a couple up each week going forward as well. Most likely, depends as we get into summer. Obviously, we'll have the Friday nights covered. We'll have all those good meetings towards early spring, but plenty of winners, even when we're not on the show. But check out progretracing.com.au, as you've said, and sign up for their mailing list. You'll get it straight to your inbox every Friday night. Let's kick off at Kenzo, shall we? We have a good track. There was supposed to be some rain around today somewhere, but I don't think it's arrived. 2-meter rail, it should be standard Kenzo pretty much there. On pace early and maybe down the middle as the meeting goes on. We've got the new season 3-year-old starting us off for the first couple. A 1,550-meter maiden starts the day. Have you found anything in the first for us?
Yeah, look, pretty open race here in the first, and quite difficult to get a line through these here. I'm going to go with the Waller McDonald combination in the first. Both its starts have been pretty good. Hasn't been far off them. 4-4 first two starts, and I think this now sets up perfect for this horse to get out to the 1,550 and be hardest to beat. La Chocolate.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to add in the first. I pretty much agree. It looks about right coming back from Saturday grade to this. But there's a couple of the first starters may have an opinion, some ability. Cicada is trialled okay, even Mornington Pier, but I'm going to suggest the market is probably right and leave it at that. We're back to 1,100 meters for the 3-year-olds in the second, where again, I would suggest the market is most likely right. That being said, I've lost NCAP and Firestar this morning. So I'm left with Summer Loving on top. All its runs last time in were pretty good. I've liked both trials. I suspect from the gate now, Tim Clark just gets straight across with some of that fire pace underneath it coming out. And it's on top from Dimitrov, who might have some bilious trialled okay. I would follow a couple of others that have been scratched wherever they head next, though. What have you made of this?
Yeah, I've flipped them. I've gone for the other Waterhouse spot, run it in coincide. I think the one gate means it holds the lead. Led last start and only just got run down late. And I think that's might be the telling factor here. I think it probably just kicks up underneath here and can hold the lead as long as they don't go to take on each other too much. The Waterhouse spot, they probably come down to fight it out.
The fourth is it's the third, in fact, a 1,800-meter benchmark, 72. And I'm tipping that the Waterhouse Spot team have their second winner here. I thought the Milky Bar Kids resumption was okay on pace. First up, I think it now gets control here. And last time it was the 1,800 at Kenzo. It run by 4 lengths. I think Hieronymus has found a nice home back with the Gaybots at the moment and should have another winner here. As the market suggests, if there is a danger, it's Villain who's going okay, I would say.
Yeah, tricky race here. I'm going to give the Milky Bar Kid another go as well. I think gets out now to the right distance, probably controls this, as you said. Billiton was a good run last start. Only just got beat by Travelling Kate, who exploded through the middle to nut it. Prior to that was okay. Milky Bar Kid looks to be the better one here.
The fourth is a 1,550 benchmark 72. Who do you like in this one?
Yeah, couldn't get excited at all about this. It was a really tricky race. I kind of landed on Bad Out of Hell. I tried to look and find to get beat. I'm not overly keen on the price, and that's why I started looking for something a little bit more in the market. But I just kept coming back to the fact that its last couple of starts, two back was only 2 lengths behind Resonator, and then last start only a length behind Token Capitalist, which I think was pretty good. Gets out to the 1,550 here, gets J-Mac on board. And I thought that was probably just better than the other form, given that some of these others are not going that well.
I think there's the two hopes. I've got Swaysive on top here. It should have probably been a finish on a Saturday last time, and now gets just a perfect run there, just on the back of Sumo Star. And at the price, I'm going to have it on top. From Bat Out of Hell, J Mac, Ma Eustace, all that stuff you've covered. Going to be very hard to beat. Don't know if there's much else really in the race. A lot of these don't particularly like finding the winning post first. The fifth, again, 1550, again, benchmark 72. And again, I'm tipping the Waterhouse Bot team. How Good of You was a very good run on a Saturday. Gets straight to the front here, gets the rail, spins, pings around the bend, and I think is off and gone. If there is a danger, I'll suggest it's Principessa, who is going well. And that was just a non event at Rose Hill. Before that was pretty good, ducking and diving there. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. Nothing more to add there. Probably looks the way this will pan out, and it looks like Waterhouse and what could have a really good day here. You can probably couple a few of these up and probably get yourself a decent result if they run well.
Definitely. The six is a 1250 benchmark 72. My original note said this was an average race, all bar Dakota Vroom, who's been scratched. I'm actually going to have a stab as a result at a lightly race one first up here in Bindi's Choice. I thought the last trial was very good, and even like finds up a nice spot from the inside gate. And I don't think it has to be too talented to win this. So around the $8 or $9 mark, it is, I guess, the one real good value play on the card for me. What have you found?
Yeah, pretty tricky race now with a few scratchings. I've gone for the resuming number 2 Capital Asset. Had some nice runs when last in work, and one of those was 3 lengths behind King of Naples, who showed it has some ability with a nice win on the weekend. I thought that form lined up quite well for this, and resuming here gets the right draw, and I think it can run well. Good price around the $556.
We're going to finish up with an 1100 meter 72. Who's taking us home, Beaver?
Yeah, really tricky one to finish the day here. I narrowed it down to 2. I put Miss Kajiki on top. I thought that was a nice resumption there against Mr. Kennedy, not the worst horse going around. So I thought it could probably that form would stack up, and it could run really well here in this pretty open affair. Main danger is Stromboli resuming, gets the right draw, has some good form in decent company, and could run well as well. But the top weight, Miss Kajiki on top.
I've found Stromboli. I'm a bit nervous that I found Gate 1 in a couple of these latter races, but I like the trials. I think dry tracks are key, and I think it is a talented horse in a tricky race. It's on top. I with willing to find mission value. Didn't really like the trials. Maybe that's sort of a third up project for Joe Pride. Now it's with them, and maybe last chance deep expectation if he gets across. But that'll see me out on the Kenzo track for progretracing.com.au. Check them out for all our tips as well as some news every day. I'm going to make race 5, number 8, How Good Are You, my best bet on the card, and race 6, number 9, Bindi's Choice, my value bet. Self Beaver.
Yeah, I'm going race 5, number 8, How Good Are You, as my best bet as well. Looks to stand out on the card. And my values in the last, race 7, number 1, Miss Kajiki.
Beauty. We head down to Sale to chat about this, which is the other program on, I don't think it's even Metro program, is the Melbourne program today. I'm not that enthused about it, to be honest. I struggled to get through the back end of this meeting, but hopefully you've got something for us, Beaver. It is average midweek fare, but we've got a couple of interesting maidens to start us off for the 3-year-olds. First is a big field over the 1110 meters with the rail out there, softish track. Do you like anything here?
Not overly keen on the race. Pretty hard. We've got the favourite as a first starter from the Hay Stable. I've gone for the big trained number 14 Written Bly. Couple of good runs this time in. Started in the market. Didn't miss by much in both of those, and gets to peak fitness now. Probably can run well in this. I think it will be around the mark again.
The second is a 1210 meter maiden for the 3-year-olds, and I'm going to say that finishing on the heels of exploring is good form for a sale maiden, and that's what Scorsese did. It was pretty good there up along the fence. Gets across there for Billy Egan. I don't know if there's much other guts to this race. I know if you're unraced and untapped, but I would suggest it looks the right race for this one here.
Yeah, it gets its chance here. Last couple of runs have been outstanding, to be honest. Outback Miss and Exploring, and this looks a likely assignment where they can get a win up here.
The third, 1,423 meter maiden. Who do you like?
Yeah, look, this was another hard race to get a line on here. I've gone for the first starter, the top weight, Akotriki from the Alderson stable. Just thought preparation had been pretty good for this. 1,400 meters first start. Got quite good breeding. Tarzino, Zarina Bell, and I thought it could run well in what looked like a pretty open race.
Looked a nice mover too in its jump outs. I've gone the other first starter in Enzo for the same reasons. Looked a nice mover. Got through the line well in its last one. Comes here and finds a winnable maiden. I think both those first starters are in the game. As the market suggests, their main danger is Royals, who was pretty good last time up on the pace, just nabbed late, and that was a big, big gap back to third of the race brigade. It is clearly on top. The fourth is another maiden, this time at 1,740 metres. And I'm going to go with the on-pacer from the inside gate, Cumbrian Queen. Brave both runs in. Pat Carey getting out to a staying trip could be an advantage here on top from free flow, but these staying maidens are not a recipe for making money, so I'd be surprised if I bet into it, to be honest. Anything caught your eye?
Yeah, gone the same way here to reiterate what you said, Matt. Same. Cumbrian Queen looks to be the one that has the better form on the board here of these ones that don't look to be going too far in their careers, but got it on top. Hey, what's the go with all these trainers now? 2 trainers.
I think the way that life's going, they're probably much happier having some help.
Yeah.
Moody, and I just noticed, Walker and Carey. So
Yeah.
a few other
Bussard and Young, Eustace, Waterhouse, they're all duos now.
It is a
Austin and Gilmore. Yeah.
It's not an easy job, especially
No,
once
it's
the
not.
stable's stuck. Any big
That makes sense. That makes
begrudging.
sense. But just interesting that they're teaming up.
Also, not getting
Hayes.
easier because they keep wanting to throw more races and more meetings on, especially in Melbourne. But
Yeah, that's right.
it's a different story. But it's young blood in the game. Good luck to them. All the best to all of them. The fifth is we've got the staying race here. I don't know if the enthusiasm for this meeting is really coming through on this show, but for the sake of a tip, I've got the Cunning Fox on top. This is an awful race, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
I had the same. I had the Cunning Fox on top. This is an awful race, but should run well.
Product's the key. 6 is a benchmark 64, 1,740 meters. I really like Insulation here. It flew home first up there at Sandown. Hopefully we're making ground here at Sale, but generally plays pretty well. The Quinella from that race was Time Start and Frigid. They came out and ran the Quinella again last week in better grade, back to 64. This looks like one of the better bets on the day.
Couldn't agree with you more. It was a really good run first up, hit the line hard, and prior to that, something lightly raced, only had the 3 starts, but certainly looks like it wants to get over some ground, and it gets the chance here. Right jockey on board, right draw, hard to beat.
1,423 meter 64 is next. You got anything for us in this one?
What have I got here? This was a tricky race as well. I went for number 9, Indented Head. Thought the first up run was pretty good. Behind Mistake, was long odds on there. Long odds in that one there. Wasn't a bad run. It seems to like a little bit of sting out of the ground. Gets a good draw here, and this is a pretty open race. So I've got it on top and hardest to beat.
I've given a bit of a Blarney one more chance. That wasn't great watch there at Sandown. The first up win was good. Comes back to Sale, a bit of a better track, and inside gate hopefully can sit a bit closer. From Aperitivo, who is okay, will run well here. The eighth is 1110 meter benchmark 64. There's two hopes. The market's got them right. Audrey Grace and Face Your Jury. How have you split them?
Yeah, I've gone for Face the Jury here. Been super consistent these 3 runs in. They've all been good. Rolled along at the top in front there. Latest win was a real good one on the soft track, one by 4.5. Prior to that, only just edged out and was a good run prior to that. So this horse seems to be improving. Good trainer, jockey that's going well.
Beauty. Yeah, we'll go with that. Sale for progressiveracing.com.au. My best is race 6, number 3, Insulation. Do I have a value? Oh, let's say race 3, number 2, Enzo. Have you got anything you really want to stamp here?
Mates, I like the one. I liked your best bet, but I'm going to go race 8, number 13, Face the Jury. I think it'll be winning the last and get us out there if we need to. And my value is race 7, number 9, Indented Head, around the $7 mark.
Anything in Queensland?
Found a couple up there in Queensland for us, mate. I think the first race 1, number 3, Totspur, from the Baker Yard, can run well. Progressive looking type, so I've had it as one of my horses to follow today. I think race 4, number 5, Resuming, number 5, Island Tide. I think it can run really, really well. Had it as one of the horses to follow. And then race 6, number 2, Immoral. Thought it presented some nice value in a tricky little race. So that's my 3 for the day up in Doomben.
Brilliant. Stick to those shorties at Sale, and Kenzo's a good card. So that'll be the way I'll be playing this
Yeah, I think we can go
afternoon.
well today.
And I will see you tomorrow night to talk about, I think it's Missile Stakes Day this weekend. So definitely early spring peaking over the horizon. Look forward to doing all of that. Check out progressiveracing.com.au. I don't know if I've said that enough. And we'll be back soon. Bye, guys.